I recently posted a video on my updated Urban Altoids EDC Tin version 2.2. I've been really happy with this setup so far, and so far I've also received a lot of good responses here on YouTube. One of the main features of this particular tin is the magnetic mounting, which allows it to survive the upside down test, as you see here. So the contents are going to fall out of it. That's because I've Gorilla Glued these tiny little magnets. These are Magcredible Magnets on certain locations of the tin to allow it to do that. So what I'd like to do for this video is show you all those locations. I've received a lot of private messages and comments in general just on where exactly I placed some of those magnets. So I thought I'd do that for this video. Also, I'm going to show you on a particular item that I forgot to mention in the original video, and then I was going to do a modification to this because, as I mentioned originally, it's constantly under flux, so it's always changing. So I like to quickly cover all of those topics in this video. Here's a close-up of the tin. Now the first item I always grab out of here is the tiny little tweezers. These are the sliver gripper tweezers because this kind of locks everything into place. So let me remove this one really quick. As you can see, there's a tiny little magnet placed here on the end of it. My rule is on the magnets, if the item is less than $10 value, I'm more than willing to glue a magnet on it. If it's more expensive than $10, like $20, like the Leatherman, I'm not going to mod it in any way by putting a magnet on it. So that's just kind of how I went about it. So there's a little magnet there. So that kind of holds everything. Now I can get it at all the other items here. So let's see. Starting off first with the Leatherman, you'll notice that the SD adapter, it's not really, there's no magnet on that, it's just located inside of the bottle opener portion here. So I have it like this because there's the little dip over there which fits in really nicely in the corner of the tin, so that's why I have it like that. So it's kind of located like that, it's not going to fall out that way. So let me just take that out really quick. Now you notice that the Leatherman style PS is magnetized, but I haven't done any kind of modifications to the multi-tool itself, but you can see that you'll notice that it has the two magnets here that's glued on to the side of the tin. You see it right there. And that's kind of just exactly in the place that I want to have that at. So when it's like that, it's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to take that out really quick. The next item here, the little ratchet that's made by Topeak. This is not magnetized. This is more expensive than my little $10 price limit that I have. So the way of getting that out, this isn't actually going to move out of there. It's actually a little bit large for this tin, so you have to do a slide down, and then that's going to kind of release it. So to get it back in there, you kind of have to go at an angle like this, and then push it up, and then it's going to be locked into place. So I'm just going to take that out. On the zebra pen, you'll notice that there's the magnet here on the tail of it, so that just goes into place right there. When there's no ratchet there, it's going to slide around like that. The USB micro cable has a magnet placed on the bottom of it, like you see there, and that's just going to sit right on top of these micro tins that you see here. Now you notice that the USB flash drive here is also connected. And it's connected to a magnet that you see over here that I actually forgot to cover this portion in the original video, so I'm going to just pull it out right now. There's no magnet attached to it. So it's actually connecting to the gaffer tape that I have here, and I forgot to mention it in the original video. Actually, I didn't forget, it just didn't make it in the editing for some reason. I kind of messed up, so I'm kind of upset about that, but I don't want to redo it. So anyway, so I have the gaffer tape wrapped around just a single nail, and then I have the magnet glued onto the bottom of the nail, so it's just a nail like this, and this allows it to kind of be in a roll like this, and it fits in really nicely in the corner there. So that's how I have the gaffer tape. It's included in the PDF. I just forgot it in the original video, so I apologize for that. Next, in here we have the micro compartments, and I have the magnets glued on the top portion, and I like keeping the little indent there towards the top, so that lets me know that it needs to go like that. So next I have on this one, and this is where I have my fire and tools. Again, there's let's see, on this one I put the magnet on the bottom here, so it's actually going to be connecting to the nail clippers that are down there. And on this one, because there's micro bits inside of here, it's a little heavier, so I have a magnet on both ends of it. So one of the magnets is connecting to the tin that you see there, the other one's connecting to the nail clippers there. If you didn't have the nail clippers, this wouldn't be long enough, as you see there. So you kind of have to have something that's going to be metal that could attach there. And when the nail clippers are there, they're also locked into place through the two magnets that you see there. So I have the two magnets there super glued to the tin, and then I have the two magnets here for the Leatherman style. And those are all the magnets that I have in there. Now, you'll notice on the micro bits that there's also some magnets inside of here. So let me just take them all out really quick. I have a couple, I have a precision Phillips, a precision flathead, and then I have regular size Phillips, regular size flathead, I have a hex, and then I have a Torx. And then you'll see that the magnets are glued in there. So what I like to do now is do a little modification to this particular microbit set. The bits that I included in my little microbit set here are individually purchased at a specialized tool shop. I didn't want to buy a set and then break up the set to put it in this little micro tin, so I bought them individually. They're made in the USA, but they're nothing special. So I received a message from Mr. Monkeyman50 saying, hey, how come you're not using the Weehaw bit set? They have a little 6-piece bit set here, and you guys know how I like my Weehaw products, and this has been on my wish list for a while. I just didn't pull the trigger on it, and you know, looking at them, it just makes sense to kind of switch them out. These are high quality bits that you see here. They'll last forever. It's really hard to beat the Weehaw. So what I'd like to do for this video is just replace the cheap bits that I have here with the nice Weehaw set. Originally I liked having the Torx one here, but I think I'll just use my Weehaw precision screwdriver as part of my EDC backpack when I need to use a Torx, and also the hex as well. So what I'm going to do for this video is replace the cheapos with the Weehaws, which are a lot nicer, into my microbit set. And you'll notice on this little, it's called the pocket pack for Weehaw, it also has a little bit extender here, so I'm going to have to find a way of integrating that into the Altoids tin for the first update to it. Alright, here's the cheap bits, here's the Weehaw bits. As you can see, the Weehaws are really, really nice. These are the precision Phillips screwdrivers here. They're titanium coated, which is awesome. So I'm going to replace them out here. And then I have the little bit extender here, which will work really nicely with the ratchet as well. So again, this is magnetic. So what you could do now with this bit extender is put it into the ratchet to have a little bit more extension to it. So it kind of makes this ratchet even better then. So I definitely want to find a way of including this bit extender by Weehaw into the Altoids tin. Alright, let's put all the stuff back in. You probably noticed that my $20 was missing there. I actually had to use it, so let's replenish it. And let's just start putting stuff back. So we have magnetic mounting for the nail clippers. Fire. I have the Weehaw tools now inside of this little microbit set. This, by the way, this costs only $10, which is awesome for Weehaw products. Put that in here. So I kind of scoot them a little bit to the left. Pharmacy kit goes in there. Then I have the gaffer tape. I have the magnetic end go towards the bottom because that's what's going to actually catch the USB drive there. Let's see, next. Put in the ratchet, slide up, that's locked into place. Now again, the USB, just kind of go a little fishing in there and then it's kind of locked in. So just kind of put it there. USB micro, right there. Leatherman style, PS, and put this like this. Now this is what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking of removing the pen from this, even though I like the pen, but I do have the same kind of pen inside of my wallet as well. So if I were to remove anything, I could remove this one. So I'm going to try to do this for a little bit with the Weehaw bit extender that you see here. And I don't really want to tamper with this in any way, so what I'm going to do is add the magnet to the side of the Altoids tin. So I'll show you how I do that. Alright, so I grabbed a new magnet out of the Magcredibles. So usually I just kind of throw it on the table like that, and then I use a nail and I just kind of go above it until it kind of snaps into place. I figure that's the most magnetic side there. So what I want is this part actually glued, the weaker side, the one that didn't go up, glued onto the side of the tin, because this is I don't really want to tamper with this Weehaw bit extender, so I want the magnet actually attached to the tin, not to the piece of gear. So what I'm going to do is use the Gorilla Glue, and then we're going to mount it up to the top corner that you see there. So as you can see, the pen and the bit extender are pretty much the same size, so it's basically going to fit in like that. So I'm going to take out the toe peak ratchet and everything else, and just kind of get the magnet to go in there. Alright, so basically it's just going to slide right there. So I'm going to try to get it up in that top corner if I can. A little bit of Gorilla Glue. Move this out of the way. Let's see if I can get it there. Okay, so slide down. And I'm just going to hold it for, 1 minute or so. Alright, so it's been about a minute. I'm going to try to slide the nail out and leave the magnet there. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, so normally, as you can see, it's right there in the corner. Normally I like to have this set overnight before I actually reset all the gear in it, but I'm just going to do it for the sake of this video. Just go about it like this. So again, put that back into place. Like that. And now we're going to use the Weehaw bit extender right there. And there, it's going to be connected to that magnet that you see here. So next, just put the tweezers back. That kind of locks all the gear into place. Put my glasses cloth there. See, still does the upside down test. And there you go. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching some of the behind the scenes action. So after watching this video, hopefully it gave you a better idea of where I placed the magnets, either on the pieces of gear that's inside of the tin or on the tin itself. Also, it showed the missing gaffer tape that was included on it originally. I just forgot to include it in the video. And then you saw a recent mod to the tin where it's already changed now from the original version with the Weehaw Tools bit set now included in the bit set that's in the micro compartment there. So I'm going to update the PDF bits on the bit set in particular with the Weehaw tool. So again, you can download the PDF in the description box below. Please feel free to leave any kind of comments below in the comment section. And again, this is my Urban Altoids EDC Tin version 2.2. It's been modded with the magnets and new gear already. So please feel free to leave any kind of comments below in the comment section. See you guys soon.